We all possess a vital tool that we need to fight the most pressing environmental challenges of our time. It isn't some fancy new tech, and you don't need a degree from one of the three great universities, Oxford, Cambridge or Hull, to use it. But it is one of our most important weapons in our fight against climate change and against flooding. Actually, I'm going to say it's the most important weapon that we have. Without it, we can't even start our journey, because every journey needs a destination. But our destination is in the future and doesn't yet exist. So that weapon is imagination. We need to imagine what our destination, what our better future looks like, and work together to build it. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Skinner, a floodologist, and join me in this video as I explore the power of our imaginations to build better futures. I came to the centre of the city of Hull in England and to its beautiful historic cathedral. This is also where you'll find a statue of the poet Andrew Marvell. You can find more about him and the history of flooding in Hull in the 360 video I by Tide of Humber. Link is in the description. Today, inside the cathedral, a very special workshop is taking place. It's a workshop that's going to transport 250 people into the future, into the year 2040. What that future looks like is up to us, because together we will be building a brand new city using nothing but the power of our minds. Oh, and some branches, and lots of cardboard, and lots of tape. But mostly our minds. This workshop is called Town Anywhere. It is described as a one-day workshop that supports the participants in developing their imagination, collaboration and co-creation capabilities. It was brought to Hull by the Ideas Fund at the University of Hull. Of course, just getting a whole bunch of people together in a room and asking them on the spot to imagine what their perfect city of the future would look like just wouldn't work. It's just too much. For an individual, it's just overwhelming to consider. And as a group, without any organisation, it will just become chaotic. And it would also lead to many people and their ideas being left out. Instead, the facilitators expertly led us to that point. For our first task, we were given a chair and a chalkboard and told to set up our home. On our chalkboard, we were asked to write a single word that represented something that would help us flourish in the year 2040. From there, we then began to work with our most immediate neighbours, sharing stories from our lives and our hopes for the future. We then collected more of our neighbours and developed a street. We shared with our street what our skills and what our passions were, and then we drew on our chalkboard one thing that we could contribute to the street to make it a better place for everybody to live in. It was great to see the range of different things that people could bring to their neighbourhoods, and it really brought our street to life as a nice place to live. After we developed our neighbourhoods, the focus shifted to building our city and we left our streets. We walked around the floor of the cathedral and we considered different aspects that make up a successful city. And underneath each of those aspects, we wrote things that were important to us as individuals. Everybody then chose one of those aspects that they felt best placed to contribute to. We each gave ourselves a job title that we felt suited our skills and our passions. And then to help us deliver this, we sought out like-minded colleagues to form a project team to then build a location within our new city. I gave myself the job of tree planting officer because trees can bring many great benefits to cities. They can clean the air, they provide a place for wildlife, they provide shade and they cool down the urban environment, they reduce flood risk, and it's just generally nice to be around trees. My project team all felt the same. We had a mix of skills and experiences from our team, from engineers to artists, and together we decided to build a green space hub that would go in the centre of the city. It would support communities and groups to create their own green spaces and to plant trees. It would be the green heart of the city, out of which spoke-like roots would provide a nature-based sanctuary within the urban scene. It would also act as an educational and community centre, complete with cafe and a gift shop. Each of the project teams added their location to the floor of the cathedral. And our city began to emerge out of the piles of cardboards and twigs and was held together by lots of tape. Our final act was to go around and visit all the different locations and to create connections and exchange goods and services with each other. For example, a community library would help us with our educational centre, and a community garden would help supply our kitchen. There was a wide range of locations covering everything you could imagine you would need in a successful city. My particular favourite was the drone delivery centre. The three strong themes that were found across our city in each of the locations was collaboration, community and sustainability. A place where no one was left out and everybody's needs were catered for. And to mark the day, we celebrated in the best way with a great big cake. As fun as this workshop was, there is a serious point. Workshops like Town Anywhere are really useful for decision makers because it allows them to observe firsthand the things that are important to people. Allowing people to be creative and to use their imaginations will provide you much better insights than something like a survey or an interview could possibly do. This can be really useful when planning for flood risk, where the diverse needs of towns and cities, communities and regions need to be considered and built into any future designs. As our climate changes, flood risk is going to increase as rainfall becomes more intense in many areas. The way we approach and manage that flood risk will need to change too. The first step in making those changes is being able to imagine them. Thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed it, please do like it and subscribe to the channel. But for now, stay dry out there.